What better to follow a talk on sustainability and communications with a talk about creativity, success in earned media. And I'm told the title is The Inside Scoop. So I'm looking forward to hearing the inside scoop from our esteemed panel here, all WorldCom partners again. WorldCom, one of the largest independent network of independent agencies. I'm Rhodri Harries from Kaizo, we're one of the UK agencies. And I'm joined by, in no particular order other than is next to me, Patrik Schober, who is CEO of PRAM, our Czechia partner. Bill Imada, who I think is Chief Connectivity Officer, is that right? Is the most connected person in Cannes. And he is Chief Connectivity Officer of IW Group, which is a multicultural advertising and PR and communications agency with clients globally, based in the US, but clients globally. If you don't know someone here, ask Bill, he will know them, I promise, okay? And last but not least, Steph Macleod, who is one of the directors and also co-owner of Kaizo in the UK. This whole event really is about creativity, isn't it? And I think this is the 15th year that PR and the PR Lions has taken place, and certainly this year it feels like there's been a real resurgence in earned media, whether that's to do with an increase in the level of focus from brands or a change in the market. Or just the level of trust that we are now giving earned media that we used to give it, and I think we're giving it again. There's a resurgence against the backdrop of convergence in media in terms of editorial and earned media and paid media. And of course, there's the sort of threat or opportunity of AI, and I think lots of brands have been talking about creativity in AI today. So I'm going to talk to the panel a little bit about this, but I suppose the first thing we want to know is, and Bill, maybe we'll come to you because you've traveled the furthest, I think from the Carlton Beach. How would you describe earned media these days?
Well, first I want to say the advertising industry is really taking public relations seriously. Maybe 15, 20 years ago, there would be no PR people here. But now PR people are really moving and changing the way we do storytelling. But I do want to say that earned media is really changing. We're losing a lot of reporters that we might have had relationships with in the past, and more people are creating content. And you're seeing a lot of traditional media people leaving the industry. So earned media really has changed, where you actually have to move from storytelling to story doing and story living. And so in order to be good in earned media these days, you really have to change the way you look at public relations and advertising and create those storylines where people could feel it, smell it, and taste it. So we're now seeing that happen, right, Steph?
No, we're not at all. And I think we're also operating in an environment of disinformation that makes earned media and that third-party independent endorsement more important than ever. And that's why it's a very sad state of affairs to see falling reporter numbers and publications. Because especially in a B2B context, and going back to your point, I mean, this whole event is about creativity, right? I think from a consumer perspective, it's brilliant to see big creative stunts and ideas that get consumers moving. But a B2B environment is quite a different beast. So what's really important is that we understand what creativity means within that environment and how to really tap into it.
Okay. And what does creativity mean?
Well, I did notice the title of the panel was The Inside Scoop. I'm sorry to disappoint, I don't really have it, because I don't think there is actually one killer scoop on how to be creative. I think the key is to understand the difference between creativity, which can be an idea of any nature, and then a range of creative tactics to execute the way in which you communicate that to different audiences. And really to understand as a brand, especially a B2B one, what you want that creativity to achieve. So it is about what's your objective, what's it going to do for me, and what's a new way that I can deliver that idea and change behaviours or increase speed in the buying cycle, and really get that right.
But actually, I would say before execution, we should also talk about business goals regarding creativity, because as you said, we can be really creative, but without business goals and communication goals and good insights, which we can get easily right now thanks to, or easier thanks to AI and different tools, then based on that we can be creative in the meaning of delivering the value for companies or for our stakeholders.
We do have to be creative, Patrik, because the companies are now expecting PR people to sell things. We didn't used to have that issue before, and so now they're expecting not only the PR to be great, they're expecting the PR to move their products and services, and if we don't do that, then we're at risk as PR people.
And I think to that point, that's why it's so important not to look at earned or paid or owned as separate beasts. And the key to really implementing a creative idea, earned media has such an important part to play in that. But if you look at it as a silo, any one of these types of media, you're not going to be able to achieve many of the objectives that clients need you to today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we just come back to those? I wonder if we just might look at AI and the role that plays at the moment. I was asked a question earlier about the role that AI plays at the moment, and I thought it's many roles and no roles. It'd be interesting to know from a practical perspective, Patrik, where do you see this in terms of in the creative process, as opposed to the lots of brilliant examples in the productivity process? What about in the creative process?
Yeah, just a few weeks ago, a friend of mine told me, okay, thanks to AI, you are losing your job and you will be out of business. And I think it is opposite way, actually. Yes, we will save a lot of time thanks to AI, and there are a lot of AI apps. And if you just look at Microsoft Copilot, I think this is the next big thing for us, because if you look at the media relations process, from briefing to insights to developing the story and distributing and evaluating, we can put there in every step the AI, like we can have a Teams meeting, which we can, thanks to Copilot, rewrite into press release, into Q&As, into an article. This will Copilot turn into PowerPoint presentation. Thanks to those apps like Cision and Prowly, for example, we can distribute this content and properly measure, and this all will save us time for fundamental thing for media relations, which is making the relationship with media. So thanks to good evaluation, we can actually know who opens the press release and who actually use it, and we can point those journalists and make the relationship with them. That means that we will deliver better value to our customers.
Sure. Just coming back to the idea process, though. I mean, Bill, I think you've got a brilliant example of something you've done for McDonald's in the States, where AI really played a key role in that.
Well, the entire campaign that was done for McDonald's was AI-driven.
Yeah.
So I can't really talk too much about the details because McDonald's is here, but I can tell you that we're using AI as a tool. And I think AI's been around for 20 years, so we shouldn't be afraid of it, but we should be on top of it. And we should be providing those prompts to make sure they work. So you look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA has a great program called NERF. All you need is photos. You put it in the right place and you can create a whole story. You can say, AI, we want a farmhouse in Sweden in the 1940s. It'll pull it up. But you still need human interaction.
Yeah.
But Patrik, in just a few years, AI is going to catch up. It's going to be able to have those emotional cues. And so people are going to still have to be involved in some way, but we have to pay attention to things like that. But a lot of commercials are being done completely by AI.
Yeah, I would say that AI depends on data, and it generates these ideas and makes these connections, and be it visually ideas. But if we lose our input in the creative process, then we will end up almost like a self-fulfilling cycle. So what's really important is that we work with AI, but we keep our eyes on the fact that it is dependent on new data and new ideas in order to continue to create really good, creative, impactful campaigns.
I was obviously the title here is about creative success in earned media, and I think one of the success factors today is around trust in brands. So we all trusted the weather be better here because we read about it, right? How are you really defining that success, Bill, in your market?
How do we redefine success? Well, first of all, clients really don't know what they're talking about half the time. And so the PR people and the advertising people, we're actually dictating to the clients these days what to do. And that's getting really, really hard to do. So in order for us to be really good in public relations and marketing, we have to be the people that are providing that data. We've got to cultivate that data, and we ought to make sure that we are on top of all those details. But we also have to be supportive of our competitors. The stronger our competitors are, frankly, the stronger the creativity. So it sounds a little strange, but we actually support our competitors. We have discussions with them so we can elevate these conversations and push creativity even further. But we also have to make sure that critical thinking is something that we teach early. Because I think a lot of people aren't really focused that much on critical thinking, and we need that in order to fuel creativity.
Yeah, I think the human insights piece is the piece that we'll. I mean, I've got a daughter who's going to university, and I'm saying focused on human skills because the data skills probably will be overtaken through AI. Patrik, what about in your market in terms of you talked about data as a success point. How important is creativity to your clients?
Well, I think we have to say that if you are talking about media relations and creativity, I think we have to come together with C-level managers or let's say the board, and first of all, we should talk to them what their goals are, what their problems are, what they are solving, and as Bill just said, clients would like to from us to sell more or to win more talents or win elections, and media relations can help us with that, but at the same time, these boardrooms or people from the boardrooms, they don't understand what the number of output means or what engagement rate is. We have to talk to them in their language, in money, in business. So we, at the beginning of the campaign, we should agree with them on what the output or what the income of the campaign should be. And just imagine that EMAC actually a few months ago said that 50% of PR managers still using AVE as a evaluation baseline. Which is like 12 years after launching Barcelona Principles is kind of funny, or I just don't understand it. May I ask you how many, if there is anybody who is using still AVE?
I don't think anyone's going to admit to that anyway, are they?
Okay.
So
if you will raise your hand, I will give you my book, which I just published about future of PR.
What a challenge!
Still,
what a challenge. Mate, you can come and see Patrik afterwards and tell him, and I'm sure he'll give you a copy of his book.
Anyway, I just wanted to end it up with that. If we will turn the evaluation of the campaigns into business measures, so if we will prove that how many products we sold or how we launched a product and how was the successful, then the boardroom will listen to us, and we actually will be able then to earn more money because we will not talk to those board members in hourly rates, but in value which we delivered, so we could earn more money from such a campaigns.
Okay, great. So Steph, you talked about creativity and what it means to consumer brands, but also to business brands. This feels like a much more of a consumer brand event, but business brands are thinking like consumer brands now. Is that right?
Well, they have to, because ultimately B2B buyers are consumers too, right? And everybody is suffering from the same challenges. You know, it's about engaging audiences, it's about attention span, it's about really creating cut through for brands. Admittedly, in a B2B environment, as I mentioned before, the buying cycles are so long that can be a real challenge. So when you think from a consumer perspective, if you've got a product or service launch and it's often encased in what you would traditionally call a stunt, which reflects a moment in time. In a B2B environment, clients can view that as risky, it's high investment, it's a one point in time, and that doesn't quite fit into that buying cycle of influence. So I think what we're seeing is actually for the clients that are switched on, and obviously have the right agencies, what you're seeing is a recognition of some of these consumer tactics, and it might be a creative way of a different way to engage, a different type of event, a different type of content that can really do all three of these things. So create engagement, make sure you keep people's attention for the right time, and target them right at the right place and the right time according to when they're going to buy.
Okay. And Bill, you know, you're in the US. You know, you work across multiple sort of disciplines and multiple sort of groups. Are you excited about the level of creativity you're seeing from your teams and from your clients' bravery?
I think that we are pretty excited about what our clients are doing. We like our clients to do more, but it's up to us as agency people to push them. And I think that if we accept what our clients say, this is what we want, these are the goals that we have, we're not doing our clients a good service. So we're constantly pushing our clients to do more. And even if they don't ask us in the SOW, the scope of work, we're going to keep pushing them, saying, what about this? What about this? Even in B2B, businesses are like people. And it's very important to have all those types of things at your disposal in order to get businesses to try something new. So if we don't push, we're not going to be able to get what we need to get done. So we're always pushing.
Okay, well, we promised the inside scoop, and we've had a few scoops. So I'm going to give you 1 point each to finish and Steph, on your eyes, you'll go last, right? Patrik, what's your one bit of advice, your one inside scoop on creativity in earned media, or creativity success?
Yeah, using current AI apps together with to get enough insights and combine it with company goals, and from that we can start to be creative.
Bill?
I don't worry about goals. I want to make sure that we're on top of everything. We want to try everything, so we focus a lot on new apps. So we're testing out Copilot. We're going to all the different places here to learn as much as we possibly can, and it might be a little bit of both. And I want to encourage everyone here to always think in the box first, then step out, and then pull all the things that you need and change the things that you have within your organization. But learn as much as you can and be open to everything that comes your way.
Okay, and Steph, 30 seconds.
Keep it simple. I think the best creative ideas are often the simplest. They're probably the most complex to get to that simple point, as many of you will know. But also make sure that it is couched within the really important elements of building, of making it really authentic and credible. Because the name of the game today is all about trust, to be honest. And trust is something that is hard to earn and easy to lose.
Great, thanks. So it's fantastic to see so many earned first agencies winning creativity awards at Cannes. Thanks, everyone, and thanks for the panel. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.